Okay, all right, my country people, now welcome to this channel. Say at the 21st of January 2023, the federal government have said no more current use of old notes of 1,200 and 500 notes. As it stands now, DSS declares CBN Governor Godwin Amefiele wanted. It has been to our notice that, anyways, I can say without fear or contradiction that Mr. Godwin Amefiele is not in Nigeria. He hasn't returned to the country because he has been quickly declared wanted by the State Security Service known as the DSS. This can only happen in a banana republic where the governor of the CBN will be accused of a grave offenses of terrorism financing. On this note, the details are not stipulated, they are not outlined. These guys play on our collective intelligence because they know we are very grateful. You can't raise such a serious allegation against a governor of the CBN and then pretend that nothing has happened. Has the government considered the numerous implications of the effect of a wanted governor of the CBN on the economy? I expect the DSS to come out with the allegations, and if Mr. Amefiele is not going to return to the country, file a charge in the Federal High Court so that he can get his lawyers and prepare his defense. Report has it, as a report emerged recently, saying that the DSS had approached a Federal High Court in Abuja seeking a warrant to arrest Amefiele over allegations that he was involved in terrorism financing and economic crimes. The Chief Judge T.J. Soho declaimed the application and held that the secret police did not provide any concrete evidence to substantiate his claim. There were allegations and suggestions that the bid to arrest Amefiele might be political given the impact the designation of the naira and the limit on cash withdrawal might have on vote buying in the election. All right, my wonderful people, in a related development, right activist Obu Olu Adeworuwa challenged the Department of the State Service (DSS) to file charges against Godwin Amefiele. On this basis, we understand that CBN Governor Godwin Amefiele faces allegations of terrorism financing, diversion of revenue, agricultural loans, and fraudulent practices in forest transaction. On this basis, Adeboruwa, in a statement on Monday, January 16, 2023, said a public officer cannot be above probe or the law if there is indeed a case for him to answer. The lawyer recalled how the DSS sought a court order to arrest and investigate Amefiele, but was greatly embarrassed. It is better to make everything planned and open to the Nigerian people, because the senior advocate of Nigeria, known as the Sun, advised that everything should be plain and open to Nigerian citizens. Adeboruwa admitted, saying that the various crises surrounding the CBN governor do not speak well for the economy. He meanwhile expressed that there should be no undue prosecution or arrest of anyone without lawful cause or justification. The Sun maintained DSS does not require the arrest of a citizen to file a charge in court if there is truly an allegation. My wonderful people, Adeboruwa said the issue of alleged stamp duty and the sponsorship of terrorism are documentary, adding that the charges will definitely compare the court attendance of the defendants. There is therefore no need for the seemingly undergoing drama between Mr. Amefiele, the DSS, and the presidency, unless, of course, it is part of the hidden agenda. Okay, this is what he said shortly as it has been that DSS declares CBN Governor Godwin Amefiele wanted. My wonderful people, it has been and it has come to our notice that the degradation of Naira note and the limit of withdrawal, as people are really commenting and people are really saying, wow, well, it is a good step in the right direction, but to the detriment of some businessmen, as 1,500 and the 200 Naira note is not in circulation, and the federal government has said on the 31st of January 2023 that no more collection of the old Naira note. Well, let me have your take on this matter, as DSS declares Godwin Amefiele, of course, the governor of CBN, wanted. I cannot say without fear or contradiction that Mr. Amefiele is not in Nigeria as currently, and he hasn't returned to the country because he has been quietly declared wanted. Quietly declared wanted. Okay, that has been all to this matter, my wonderful people. Well, let me have your take on this matter. My people, still on the same vein, controversy depends as APC group defense boss Mustafa Lifestyle Nigeria. Okay, controversy was depending on Friday over the involvement of the secretary to the government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, boss Mustafa, in a plot over the continuance of Governor Godwin Amefiele at the central bank. Report has it that the controversy followed a report in some sections of the media of a meeting that claimed involvement of Mr. Boss Mustafa aimed at resolving the saga instigated by the alleged plots by some in government to force Mr. Amefiele out of office. Report has it that Boss Mustafa was reported to have been present in a high-level meeting aimed at seeking a solution to the crisis over the alleged move to push Amefiele out. It has earlier been reported that Amefiele was being targeted by the Directorate of the State Service, known as DSS, following his introduction of the cash withdrawal policy and the resigning of the Naira. Though the measure have been seen as a solidarity to the economy of the nation, they have meanwhile been denounced by some in the political class, who also see it as militant against their plans for vote buying. Reacting to the institutions and to the insulation of Boss Mustafa in the plot against Amefiele, a group known as the APC Mandate Defender, speaking through its national publicity secretary Ifeanyi Emeka, said the attention of APC Mandate Defenders has been drawn to the fake news report making round on the social media, which alleged that the secretary to the government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, known as the CFR, was among the high-ranking government officials that met with the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Amefiele, as at yesterday at the bank's headquarters. In a statement released to newsmen in Abuja on Friday by the National Publicity Secretary of the group, Mr. Amefiele Emeka, the group said the report is nothing but a figment of the imagination of the people who sponsored it, noting that the SGF is not aware of such meeting, let alone taking part in it. It was meanwhile aware of some of the ongoing campaign against some government officials. But we are against the strategy and act of dragging the office of the secretary to the government of the Federation to any agenda in order to give credibility and legitimacy to them. Alright, my wonderful people, while urging Nigerians to ignore the make-up story, the group advised those behind the report to leave the SGF out of any plot or whatsoever, because the office is too busy and sensitive to the dragged into propagating any agenda or giving credibility to speculations. Report has it that neither Governor Amefiele nor Boss Mustafa had at Friday afternoon given credence to the alleged meeting. Boss Mustafa served as a national vice chairman of the APC before his appointment as SGF, and it is not known if he is connected to a presidential candidate whose supporters of Amefiele say is behind the plot to force Amefiele out. Okay, that has been the matter where we talk so since the morning. Well, it is so laughable whether it is APC defenders or a PDP protestive circle. Amefiele is doomed, dusted, and defeated. It is just a matter of time. Amefiele has destroyed the Apex Bank. As long as banking system is concerned, what was he thinking when he was busy dishing billions to every Tom, Duck, and the Harry? Okay, that has been the matter where people they talk. So a lot of people have really commented innocently. Please, we should allow this guy finish his tenure. It will send a wrong signal. Definitely it will. After all, we are having a new government soon, except there is a hidden agenda that is reflecting the interests of the few, which is bad. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Felix Chikwe, for your comment. Nigeria will not Nigeria, well, that what is hidden now will be revealed later. No matter what, it's just the matter of time. No matter how long, God will definitely expose them all. Well, that has been our prayer as long as Nigeria concerned. Why would Amefiele be forced out of office for the very first place? Just because because of his economic policies affect people who want to continue vote buying and the kidnapping for ransom. Well, that has been the matter where we talk with so my wonderful people. Well, let me have your take right at the comment section. Thanks and God bless.